And what is up, my magic miscreants? Risendragon here with a really fun deck tech, and this is one of those decks that a lot of players hate playing against because it is not just mono white, but it is mono white that will lock you down and prevent you from moving. It is an aggro deck, it's a control deck, it's a little bit of everything, so let's get into it. So the purpose of this deck is to basically kind of just lock our opponent down and try to prevent them from casting really big spells or taking away big threats on the board through various ways. And we do that in a bunch of different ways. First way we do it is Paladin class. Spells your opponents cast during your turn cost 1 more to cast. You level it up, and creatures get +1/+1. And you level it up to level 3 whenever you attack until end of turn. Target attacking creature gets +1/+1 for each other attacking creature and gains double strike. And you're going to see this deck goes wide. It can go wide really fast, and it can, just kind of give our opponent headaches. Portable Hold, nice little artifacty here. Basically gets rid of some early threats. We can only exile a card that is 2 mana cost or 2 mana value less until Portable Hold leaves the battlefield. Fateful Absence. I don't really like playing this card, but it has some really good spot removal, and the reason I don't like playing it is because it gives our opponent value, especially when it's with the clue. Okay, I really don't like it, but I'm running it because of the fact that it gives us some nice little spot removal. But basically, you destroy target creature or planeswalker, and its controller investigates, and they gain a clue. Intrepid Adversary. Now, this card comes in handy because of the fact that it can buff up our creatures. We can pay 1 and a white as many times as we want or like, or can. Let's put it that way, as many times as we can. And it adds that many Valor counters onto it. Creatures we control get +1/+1 for each Valor counter on Intrepid Adversary. And you're going to see how this card interacts with another card real quick. Luminarch Aspirant, gotta buff up our creatures. It's a nice early threat. We can add a +1/+1 counter to target creature we control. Begin to combat. This is where we start to lock things down a little bit. Thalia, Garden, Thraben. Non-creature spells cost 1 more to cast. That's for everyone, and it is first strike. Alright, Archon of Emeria. We are running against runes. Okay, this deck gets annoying. Okay, because each player can't cast more than 1 spell each turn. Non-basic lands opponents control enter the battlefield tapped. Okay, this is part of our locking down. Okay, Brutal Cathar. When it enters the battlefield or transforms into Brutal Cathar, we exile target creature and opponent controls until it leaves the battlefield. This is really annoying because when it becomes night, it turns to Moonrage Brute with Ward of pay 3 life, and it gains 3/3 first strike. Elite Spellbinder. Gotta have this card in any lockdown build. Gotta have it. We look at our opponent's hand when it comes into the battlefield. We exile a non-land card from it for as long as it remains exiled. Its owner may play it, but a spell cast this way costs 2 more to cast. Kind of goes with the the Paladin class and with the Thalia. Restoration of a Ganjo is the next one. Now, we are running 4 of these for the very reason that when this transforms, it becomes a big 3/4, and it creates tokens. Okay, it creates a nice little board presence. The first step is we search our library for basic planes, reveal it, and then shuffle it, put it into our hand, and then shuffle. We can then discard a card. When we do, we return target permanent card with mana value 2 or less from the graveyard to the battlefield tapped. Okay, so we can keep bringing our creatures back so long as they don't get exiled. Some of those creatures being our aforementioned adversary, our aspirant, and our Thalia. 10 cards that we can kind of bring into play. And especially with the Intrepid Adversary, we can basically put this onto the battlefield for free, and we can buff it up a few times, especially if we've got 6 planes. We can put 3 Valor counters on it, or even late game when we've got a lot of land, and we can just buff this guy up really big. Okay, but also too, when it becomes Architect of Restoration, whenever it attacks or blocks, we create a 1/1 colorless spirit creature token. It's a 3/4. It's a pretty beefy creature. So we try very hard to make sure that this person is on the field, and it just adds value and adds board presence. Skyclave Apparition, real standard in a deck like this. Whenever it enters the battlefield, we exile up to one target non-land, non-permanent, non-token permanent you don't control with mana value 4 or less, and when it leaves the battlefield, the opponent creates an XX blue illusion creature, where X is the value of the exile card. We are running an Aggro Seat of the Empire. We're also running 2 Cave of the Frost Dragons. Let's look at our sideboard. We got Beaming Defiance, always a fun card to have against spot removal. Sanctify, which can go in the place of Fateful Absence. Doomscar, Circle of Confinement. Borrowed Time in case we need more prison stuff. Farewell, in case we're running up against Reanimation or runes and stuff like that. We can just exile all graveyards, that sort of thing. So this is the deck. It's a take on a mono-white control build. I've done this sort of deck before, but I think that, with all the new toys that we've had and the fact that it's been a while since I've done a mono-white deck video, I think it'd be a really good chance to highlight what this deck can do. So for those of you that are new to my channel, what we do is we do a best of 1, and then we do a best of 3, just so you can see how the deck functions in either of those environments. So without further ado, let's get into the games. We are against Broader. This is our best of 1 matchup with the Prison deck. We're going to keep this because we have Paladin class into either Fateful Absence or Luminarch Aspirant, and we'll see what happens. And we got Elite Spellbinder. Nice curve out here. Okay, Shambling Ghast. Well, no fun. That's okay. I think we just do Luminarch Aspirant, just because Shambling Ghast could probably get really ghastly. Are we against Mono Black? Yeah, we're not going to block that. But I think we're going to get Infernal Grasped here. Dockside Chef, huh? Oh, I see what you're doing. Well, here's what you're going to do. Well, guess what? Here's what we do. We're going to do this. Put Portable Hole. So you go bye-bye. And do we do Fateful Absence? No. I think what we do is this. We're going to just swing in. See if they block. I do like this idea. I like the Dockside Chef with the Shambling Ghast. That way we can get some value out of that without drawing the instant speed. Is it as good as the Dispute? No, absolutely not. Okay, you're leaving stuff open. I don't know how much I like that. So, bump. You go bye-bye. Or does it just sack itself? Self-immolation is okay with me. I'm totally fine with that. And they draw into a card. They draw a card at some point. Alright, we are getting a little bit land flooded, but I'm okay to an extent with that. They're holding something up. Or they're just waiting to activate the clue. Sure, we can do that. Alright, cool. So let's see what you drew. Oh! You're fun. Let's see. You know what? I gotta go with Meat Hook. I'm gonna go with Meat Hook there. So, ultimately, Soul Transfer is probably going to take out one of these two. Yeah, probably not. Meat Hook's going to take care of the Spellbinder. But not nearly enough. Brutal Kafar. Yeah, we're going to wait on that. Meanwhile, they're just getting beaten down with the Luminarch Aspirant. I'm a little... Now, this right here is probably gonna screw us over. But I think... You build up a big enough board, and we should be okay with that. Yeah, it's gonna die. I had a feeling. That's okay. It doesn't just die, it gets exiled. That's okay, though. Well, we can't really do much of that yet, so I think we're just gonna hold up and see what they do. Well, the Eye Tyrant's gonna come in. That's not gonna be fun. Yeah, they're just gonna beat us down with a high. They were just gonna say nope. Nope. Bye-bye. Alright, so we're gonna lose a life, but that's okay, because we just get to keep our... Ooh, that's a fun one. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do this. Auto pay. Boom. Alright. We got a 5/3 life linker. Soul Transfer is an interesting one. Okay, so they're gonna draw. And the next question is what do they have? Not much. Alright, well, I'm gonna pump it up, I guess. Alright, so we're gonna gain a ton of life. And I think we may be dead. As far, or I think the adversary's dead. Lolthy! Feeling that was coming down. Okay. Well. Let's see. So, you know what? We're gonna do this. We're just gonna take one of the thingies. I'm just gonna swing in. They're gonna gain one thing off of the Lolth, but I'm okay with that. They're just gonna gain a ton of life anyways. Now, if they get one more black, we're in trouble. We're in a lot of trouble if they get another black. Yeah, they did. Alright. Well, kind of saw that one coming. But that's okay, because we just snagged their... That's okay, because we just kind of snagged their other blood on the snow. And we also do this. We're going to do Thalia. Spellbinder. And we're going to take the... Oh, you have another meat. Okay, yeah, we're going to take this. And just make that super hard for them to cast. We do have a Deadly Dispute. So, they're probably going to sack the Chef. At least that's what I would think. They can take care of both of those, though, with a Meat Hook Massacre. Which they do. Okay. Yeah, that's gonna be tough. And they'll just cast another Lolth on the next turn. And we just keep getting... Ooh, so yeah, we keep getting... We may be in a little bit of trouble here. Especially considering they've got enough for their blood on the snow. Okay. Okay, they did pull off down. Alright. Fun. So they're basically going to create a bunch. They're going to rebuild their board. Skyclave Apparition is fun. But in reality, I think we are dead. So, good game. We're going to go on to the best of 3. We are against Tago 4. Ooh. We're up against a platinum player? Okay. Well, let's see what they got. We're going to keep, because if we draw into... Wow, they're playing a 111 card deck, huh? Alright, well, we do Paladin class. We'll do Paladin class all day long. Okay, Mardu... Oh, okay. Well, guess what? You're going to get Portable Hold. That came out weird. Alright, well, boom. There we go. Yeah, okay. And then we could go into a Restoration of a Ganjo, maybe? That'd be kind of fun. Triumph. Oh, is this one of those, dungeon decks? The dungeon, yeah. Might be one of them dungeon decks. Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Fun. Okay, well, we're gonna do the adversary. I think we're just gonna pump up the adversary. I want to get a big board built up. Boom. There we go. Swing in. Boom. Alright, so they're gonna do that. I like this card, and I'm gonna work on a mono red build, probably not based around this card, but based around like ramping and treasures and stuff. Okay, that's interesting. Fun. Oh, well, that's fun. Okay. Yeah, so guess what? Boom, you're gonna die. I don't like that one at all. We are gonna do the adversary. Maybe. Okay, that's interesting. So what do you have? Well, they've got a big mana pool to play with here, so that's not gonna be fun. That's not gonna be fun at all. But that's okay. Figure something out. I do like the idea of this deck, though. Okay. So you're going to do that. I'm not going to block. I'm probably going to regret that. Like many things. Yeah. Oh, wow. Okay, well. That works. Kinda. Okay. Yeah, that's a tough one right there. Yeah, a tough one to take. We're going to do the Spellbinder and see what they got in their hand. Now the question becomes, do they have spot removal? Well, that's a lot of fun. I think I gotta go with the Massacre, though. They can just boom me for the Igneous Inspiration, but I'm okay with that. It's a very interesting deck here. I like it. And clearly they've gotten to Platinum, so... Yeah, there's the Igneous Inspiration. So, there it is. Hungry for more. Meh. Oh! That's no fun. I don't like that. Let's do Restoration of a Ganjo. They can't really... That's a lesson. They can't really do much there. We're gonna just maybe do Emiria? I think Emiria will work. 'Cause this way we can kind of shut down their engine. So they're probably going to go for the portable hole, I'm guessing, so they can get their Goro back. Or not. Yeah, they might. I think I keep this deck too, just because it's just so interesting. This is actually a very interesting build. Yeah, I think the correct play could be... May discard a card. Do I want to bring back... Yeah, you know what I'm going to do? I think that's a good idea. I bring back the... Yeah, I can discard this. And I bring back the adversary. This way I can pump that up. A godly amount. Yeah, that's a really big Emiria right there. But they've also going to have a really big meat hook. Excuse me. This is going to be a big board on my part. If this survives, if this doesn't come down, then we've got a pretty good chance here. Yeah, okay, they did have enough. Alright. What? Oh, yeah, because that went away. Yep, gotcha. Alright. Well, that's okay. So what we do here is we do this. Boom. We get +1/+1. And we're going to do that. Boom. Okay. And... Yeah, they would be able to get, if they replace the meat hook, then that'll get us to... They're thinking about it. They are thinking about it. Okay, so they do that. Alright, so now that happens. You can play the Scalds. Okay. Totally fine. This is a very intriguing deck. I like it. We're going to do this. I'm just going to swing in. You'll gain a little bit of life. Yeah, you block the Architect, absolutely. So you're down to 9. Okay. So, yeah, that is a possibility. That is now a real possibility. Toxrill. Yeah, that's not fun. Woof. Okay. Well, guess what? Toxrill. Boom. Go bye-bye. But now they're going to come down with the Meat Hook Massacre. So, you've already got a few clues here. Meat Hook is going to come down more than likely, because that's 2 here. They can easily take care of my stuff, I think. But there's 2 there. 2... No, they can't. Well, they can. They can take care of the Luminarch Aspirant and the Architect. And they can throw that down and gain some life. But in reality, that's not... I mean, if they're smart, which they are, they clearly are, they made it to Platinum. Yep, I had a feeling. Yep, I had a feeling. Alright. Luminarch Aspirant comes back. Okay, so we're actually going to go with this, and we're just going to swing in. Create a token. Boom. Okay. This thing has Vigilance, too, which is kind of fun. And that has Flashback. So they'll gain some life out of this. We'll... Yeah, okay. Well, that's fun. Not gonna... Well... Not gonna do them much. Gain some life, but they're... Well, they're not gonna be dead next turn, but... Oh, that was dumb. I should have blocked with the Architect. Barf. Alright. That sucks. Oh, no. No, we're still dead. Well, they're not still dead, but they're still... You gave them clues, too, so... Oh, no. Did they find something? You know. So you refuel their hand, that's what happens. Alright. Get them down to 6. Down to 2. Vanquish the Horde, burn down the house. And I'm guessing they've got some sort of spot removal. Nope. Okay. Well. Okay, we got him this time. Alright, so the deck can win. It's a very interesting deck. I like it. Faithful Absence. Part of me wants to take this out. I think we take... Do we take that out? Yeah, we take that out. I'm going to do 2 Sanctifies and a Farewell. Let's see how this goes. If Tego 4 will so kindly oblige and give us a game while we sideboard, and go from there. Yeah, I tell you, it's got to be like a full moon or something. The kids were just... Whew, they were rough today. Excuse me. Alright. Let's Tego 4. This... Yeah, we'll keep that. Because, again, Paladin class, Faithful Absence, and the Intrepid Adversary, so they're off to a flying start with a life gain. We're off to a flying start with a Paladin class. 2 more. There we go. I think we are going to do the adversary, simply because I just want to get a threat down on the board. I think maybe we go into Archon of Emeria next, maybe. Yeah, okay, that's fine, because, again, I just wanted to draw something out. Okay, they do environmental sciences, alright. We're going to do Archon of Emeria, because I don't want them thinking that they can start to build up on their... Alright, Cosmos Elixir. Okay, so they're just going to keep drawing cards. That's okay. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to do Talia. Thalia, I should say. Boom. That Cosmos Elixir is going to be bad news, so we're going to have to sanctify that. Or... Oh wow, there's 2 of them. Okay. Fun. Okay, well. So we're going to gain life. Boom. And they're not going to be able to do much of anything because of the Archon of Emeria. And then we'll do the Apparition. I think we do Apparition. Yeah, do Apparition. Yeah, we're going to do the Apparition on the Cosmos Elixir. Take that away. I'm totally fine with that. Boom. I'm guessing Toxrill's going to come down. Because why else wouldn't he? It. Whatever it is. Oh, Path of Peril. You're no fun. Alright, well. That kind of frees us up a little bit, because what we can do is we can do the Elite Spellbinder. And what in absolute name is this? I'm just going to ditch... I mean, I don't think it's going to matter much, because they've got the mana to cast it, but even still, what in the actual? It's like they threw stuff against a wall and said, "Hey, let's see what sticks." I like your style, sir. Yashin's gonna go bye-bye. Luminarch Aspirant's gonna come in. Boom. That's gonna be a problem. I should have saved that. Yep. We're gonna take a ton of damage here, kids. Ton of damage. I need like a brutal Cathar or something. That's not gonna do it. Alright, well, good game. I think we're gonna go to the rubber match, though. So, you know what? Yeah, we'll get him down. We'll just go down in a blaze of glory. We'll get him down to 7. We'll get him down to double digits. We'll get him down to 6. Alright, good game. So, getting beaten with a 104 thing deck. Okay. I almost wonder if... I think we're going to take out a land. I usually don't do that, but take out a land, and we're going to go back and put in some borrowed time as well. And we'll see how they respond. Okay, here we go. Oh, wow. That's why I don't usually mulligan. Okay, well, that's okay. Just ditch 2 lands. Helm and Clasp. Boom. There we go. Alright. Getting beat with a 111 card deck. Okay, well, here's what it is. Spellbinder's gonna come down, and we'll see what happens. Interesting. Okay. Spellbinder. What do we do? I don't even know what to make of this deck. I really just don't. I I really don't. I think... Oh, yeah, because these are... What do I... I'd much rather them ditch the wedding announcement. That's okay, because we can just put down the apparition. Take that. Vanquish the horde. That could be a problem. They'll throw down the elixir. That's okay. So next, we'll just throw down the... throw down another spellbinder. And we're gonna get... I'm gonna get Vanquish the horde out of there. I don't like that. And we got the techie stuff too, so destroy target enchantment and... Yeah, okay. Yeah. Totally fine. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, I'm fine with doing that. Is that okay? Okay. Totally fine, because I got this. And that. Vanquish the horde is a little bit scary, though, because that's probably going to kill us right now. So we got to beat them. I don't think we... Yeah. Okay, so let's see. Nice mana value. You know what? Fine. Take that. Okay. Boom. I'm going to do this. Pump that up. Do we get him? Not this turn. Dang it. Okay, they'll gain some life. They'll gain more life with the Cosmos Elixir. Got him! Ooh! We beat a Platinum. Alright, let's go to the postmortem. You get to see my ranking. So, as you saw in that video, you know, this deck really has many different ways it can beat you. It's definitely a Risendragon-style deck. I think, you know, I like decks that have a lot of flexibility, not just one strategy that's going to slam your opponent. It's got multiple layers to it. And especially in that last game, we just kind of built up huge board. Even though they had a Cosmos Elixir on the board, you couldn't really do much with it, and it just really kind of wreaked havoc with that particular build. I mean, I like a lot about this deck. You can pump up your creatures, so you can build a big board. You can make that board, you know, wide. You can go wide, and you can shut down your opponent with certain cards such as your Archons, your Thalias, your Spellbinders, your Apparitions, your Cathars. Just a really, really, really fun deck to play. It's definitely really flexible. Is it meta? Probably not, but it's definitely fun to play. It's efficient if you know how to play it well. So, as always, my Magic Miscreants, leave a like, leave a subscribe, and until next time, may all your draws be godlike, may all your spells hit the board. Risendragon is out. Enjoy the rest of your evening.